Hello there and welcome to another episode of Practical Wisdom. I'm your host Ihab Hamad. Today I want to talk about a subject that's very intimate to me actually. It's the idea of jealousy and being jealous of other people and how really to overcome that in a smart and intelligent way. And the reason that this subject is intimate to me because this is one of the emotions like jealousy that I struggled to get rid of, and at the beginning of my journey I was trying hard every kind of technique, every kind of tool just to overcome that kind of jealousy. And if you want to be like, if you want the honesty, I'm still working on that. And the last time I experienced jealousy, it was it was yesterday actually. Yesterday I was working with a certain subtle pattern regarding jealousy, and I was working mentally how to overcome it. And the reason I'm sharing that with you, the reason I'm telling you why I'm going through that, because one of the main values I really want to build that brand on, and hopefully when we have a community later on to have, this is like the main value I want everything to build on. It's honesty and openness. So I don't want to come up with the guy that say like, oh, don't be jealous, I overcome that. No, I want to tell you exactly what I'm going through and to share with you information and techniques and just mindset and perception that helped me in my journey, and hopefully it will add value to your life. So in a way, what I'm preaching here is much more for me as much as for you. So let's dive deep into it. How to deal with jealousy. Now, to deal with emotion like jealousy, emotion that's very subtle, it's very sneaky. It's not like anger that's shouting emotion. It's not like sadness that's very obvious. Jealousy is very subtle. And in order to identify it and to overcome it, your mind has to become in a way sharp to pick up those kind of patterns that usually is some kind covered with stories, self-deceptive stories that makes us blind from picking the pattern of jealousy. So in order to be sharp detecting jealousy and overcome it, you really need a proper awareness why to do that. Because if you're not aware why it's important to overcome jealousy or why it's important to keep dealing with jealousy on a daily basis, why would you put that effort from the first place, right? You would allow jealousy to expand and expand and expand till you reach a point that your psychology is filled with jealousy, it's filled with envy. And we see those kind of people all the time. People that just grumpy, they're just like jealous, they're bitter from the world, they're bitter from anyone who's successful, anyone who's expressive, anyone who's happy, anyone who's fulfilled, and they just like, he's lucky, he's lucky. We see those kind of people. So in order not to get to that point, and hopefully you won't, you need to start building an awareness, proper awareness, why not to be jealous. And that awareness starts with identifying or the idea, what is jealousy? It's like, what is jealousy? Why do we feel jealous? Right? This is a very valid question actually. And to me, and again, that's just a personal opinion, I believe that jealousy is an unidentified strength within you. Unidentified strength, unidentified quality, unidentified potential within you. And when you see it on the external level, that kind of potential that deep inside you know you get that, but because you're not living it, that causes some kind of frustration. And in order to numb that frustration, we numb it with a feeling of jealousy, just to make us feel better. So with that understanding, like looking at jealousy from that context, it's not that bad. Actually, it's a good thing because in a way it's pointing out to you what strength or what potential you have in yourself, but you just didn't realize it yet. And to give you evidence of that, I want you to think of something you don't feel you're passionate about, or you don't feel that it's part of your purpose or something you want to reach mastery in. Let me think, just it could be art or it could be hiking, like something you just enjoy looking at, but it's not part of your journey. Would you really feel jealous of people who are mastering that kind of sport or that kind of quality? Probably not. But what about something you really want? Something like when you see someone who's wealthy, or someone who's confident, or someone who is a speaker, or whatever the case is, and you feel jealous, isn't it because deep inside you know that you can reach there? Isn't it because deep inside you want to get there? Now, the detrimental aspect of jealousy, now we talked about why jealousy is good in that context, because it's helping you to identify strength, but how jealousy is really hindering your growth, how jealousy is really keeping you stuck by programming, literally programming your subconscious mind with a negative emotion toward the quality you want. So let's simplify it. You might be looking to someone who's confident, who's like really confident, he has a very strong presence, and you feel jealous from that. Now again, deep inside, you know that this is a quality you want to embody, this is a quality that's important to you. But what happens when you start to feel jealous from that quality? You're adding negative association, negative feeling towards that quality. And the subconscious mind does not have the ability to differentiate that what you're doing or what you're feeling is good or bad. It's literally a program. So when you put negative emotion towards a certain quality in your mind, in your subconscious mind, that quality becomes something you want to push away from your life. So you start pushing away any thoughts, any resources, anything that would help you to progress in that quality. Again, we talk about confidence, what about wealth, what about beauty, what about happiness, what about fulfillment, because usually those are the qualities that we're jealous from, isn't it? And when we keep feeding those qualities negative association, we keep pushing it away from our life. So no thoughts, we can't attract any thoughts, any resources, any people that again would help us progress in embodying more and more of that quality. So with that understanding, or having that proper awareness for jealousy, which is, as we said, first of all, it's pointing out one of your strengths and putting a program of negative emotion, which is jealousy, towards that quality will cover or block your ability to grow into that quality. So with that understanding, you will have a natural desire to overcome jealousy, a natural awareness to pick when jealousy starts to rise in your consciousness and how to deal with it. And that's the practical points I want to share with you. What are practical points, things you can do right now to help you start overcoming jealousy, adding to the awareness we talked about before? And number one, the first step I can share with you to start dealing with jealousy, the first thing is to identify jealousy as a quality, not from the person. So what that means? Maybe you're looking to a speaker, that's what comes to my mind right now, and you feel jealous. At least that's what I used to feel, and sometimes I still feel that. When I look to a speaker, I would feel jealousy. So instead of saying I'm jealous from that person, dig deep to find exactly what quality are you jealous from. Is it presence? Is it his expressiveness? Is it confidence? Is it the ability to show up without fear? It's like, what kind of quality you're exactly jealous of? Identify that quality, realize it into your mind. And number two, and that's to break the negative feeding for that quality, because again, jealousy is feeding a negative association towards that quality. So number two, the second practical tip I can share with you, I want you to shift into blessing, energetically blessing that quality. So instead of feeling jealous, ask yourself, okay, what would it take to bless that quality? If I want to bless that quality, how would that feel? Can you send blessings? Can you even celebrate that quality? Can you dance with that quality? Can you enjoy that quality? Because if you can do that over and over and over, naturally you start feeling a positive emotion towards that quality. And when you start seeing it in other people, actually you start celebrating it. So instead of being jealous of other people, you start celebrating their successes, celebrating their fulfillment. And in a way, it might sound like you're celebrating something at an external level, but you're really celebrating that quality in you. And when you add that kind of positive emotion of blessing, celebration, and joy to a quality in you, it will start to expand and expand and expand. So again, the second point, celebrate the qualities that you're jealous from. Now, the last point I want to share with you, and this is just just a bit different. It's not like something you can do right now. It's much more like, let's think about it as a long-term strategy. So the first two practical points were much more as short-term strategy, things you can do right now. And the last one is much more a long-term strategy to start building a psychology that's healthier and have less and less, like plagued less with jealousy and envy. And that is start becoming more busy in your purpose. Because if you allow your mind to work without control, your mind will naturally go and compare, will naturally go and be jealous of other people, will naturally look to the Facebook and look how many likes this guy or this girl got, or will naturally look to someone who's going vacation to the Red Sea, my favorite place, and becoming jealous, will naturally look to people who's doing better than you, where you are now, and become jealous. And you know what? There would always be someone who's doing a bit better than where you are now. And if you allow your mind just to go into that loop, it's very torturing and it can take you away from your purpose. So I would suggest here, get busy in the idea of giving. Get busy in the idea of how can you add value to the world. Get busy in identifying your purpose and giving yourself fully. Get busy in the idea of growth. Instead of allowing your mind to just go into that loops of jealousy and comparing. And I'm not saying that's not a challenging thing, it's very challenging, but it's possible that your psychology will become mature and powerful enough that jealousy is not kind of a dominant emotion, but something, again, as we said, will come to your conscious, you identify it, you shift from it, and you grow from it. And if you have that idea that it's not about me, it's not about significance, it's not about who's better than whom, it's about living more and more my true self and giving myself more to the world and adding value to the world, that will naturally help you to overcome jealousy. So that was my advice for today. I hope that what I shared from the awareness at the beginning, would like to see a jealousy in the right context and practical tips that would help you just to overcome jealousy, or at least to deal with it in a very smart and intelligent way, in a way that would help you to progress into your life, in a way that would help you to live more and more in your purpose, in a way that would help you to focus and being a person who is valuable and who is generous to give more and more and more. That has been said, I love if you can leave in the comments below what's your thoughts about jealousy, and if you feel yourself as a jealous person or you have like a patterns of jealousy, how you're dealing with it or how you're planning to deal with it. Till I see you next time, just go and have a great day. Thank you. Hey guys, it's Ihab. If you like this video and you enjoy this kind of material, there are two things you can do right now. First, to subscribe to the YouTube channel here, and also to visit ihabhamam.com to sign up for the newsletter there. So you can keep yourself updated with the free material about the soul of speaking, leadership, high performance, and just life mastery in general. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Till then, just go and have a great day. Thank you.